Hey, this is the first Crucible Critique of the channel. We're going to be reviewing some footage from my friend Praber, hopefully offering some suggestions on how he can improve his game. I'm going to be focusing on things like decision making and techniques and choosing engagements over simply saying, hey, you should shoot your gun better. Gun skill comes with practice and time, but critical analysis will be much more beneficial. So right off the bat here, we hear that blink. We're going to respond to that. And then what we're actually going to do is watch this here. We keep our cover on the right, and he zones in on exactly where he knows the opponent is going to be, not where he is. I think that's really good. Takes him out pretty easily. Got the cleanup kill. Now right here, pay attention to your ears, because we're going to hear... Right there. You hear that? We just started hearing a fusion charge up. He did blip on our radar, but we already know that he is running a fusion, and he's got it out and it's charged, ready to go. That tells us that we need to either back off outside of fusion range, stay behind cover so that the bolts can't all hit us, or close the distance while he's charging. Unfortunately, that's the first mistake that we have here, is he doesn't respond well to that situation. He didn't charge fast enough. Honestly, it was tough to get up the stairs. This guy, Righteous, is backpedaling, so he's keeping enough distance to stay out of shotgun range. So probably the better play here would have been to approach it either more cautiously so that you could get the range on him, protect yourself from all the bolts, or maybe hop back up around so that there's less of a distance that you could close a little bit more easily. We're going to spawn right back in, and I think he makes the right call here, where he goes back to where he knows the enemy is. In Rumble, it's more of a race to get to 25 than it is to keep a good KDR. So it's really important to stay in the action as long as you can. And so that's why this is a good decision to go back right back to where the action is. We're looking for the opponent. We get our radar blip. I think it was a good decision to switch back to the shotgun. It was close range. We heard the fusion again, and this time he used his vertical space to throw off the opponent so that he didn't know right where he was. Honestly, he probably pulled the trigger a little bit too close, and he barely got the kill, but the Warlock melee range saved him there.
Lost the lead.
There's another guy. Our radar's bright red, so there's another guy right there. And honestly, let's rewind this and watch. I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit. You probably have a hard time hearing me. So our radar is bright red right now, even though we just killed a guy. So there's a guy right over us. Praber does a good job, I think, using his vertical space to try and figure out where the opponent is. All right, we just located him. He's way too far away for a shotgun, so we switch to our primary.
That's a bad spot to stand.
And honestly, that just came down to gunplay. He was backing up behind this cover, which was a good move. The other thing he could have maybe done is, instead of going all the way back, he could have juked behind the pillar. If he would have canceled his jump right here, he could have ducked behind the pillar to the right and used cover a little bit more. But also, if he just would have listened to Dimitri and not be standing there, that probably would have been okay too. Going back to where we know the action is, that's good. That missed jump was unfortunate because I think he could have gotten a cleanup kill or maybe two. Again, we're trying to get back into the action as fast as possible, and we are being way too passive right now. Here, just a little late to pulling the trigger. Not a whole lot you can do about skip grenades. He was tagged pretty good there. He probably should have jumped down the bridge to just to get out of the engagement. He was hurt. He was just not going to win that fight, so he should have ducked. Good grenade. Probably should have thrown it a little bit further because the Axions, they track within a radius. So as long as you get it in the right radius, it'll track. Nice 1-2 punch. Let's see if we can do it again as we flew around this door here. That was a good move, getting above the door. Unfortunately, he he didn't pull the trigger at the right time and lost the engagement.
Damn.
We've got a blip on our radar, so we know the approximate distance. Pulse is the right weapon here. Couldn't get that angle, unfortunately. Now we're running away because this other guy has the drop on us. That was a good move, running away to get a better angle. Kind of a lucky win here. It was a little bit sloppy with the shotgun, but he pulled it off. Here, again, good use of the vertical space. It's really good to break line of sight. Like here, he could be floofing, Warlock jumping over the door so that he's floating. It would not have made a difference because that guy wasn't going to fall for it. Here, he's got a good angle. Oh, he's way too far for shotgun. It was a good move to back off and switch to the Clever Dragon.
Sure seems like there's an arc burn on.
Yes, it does feel that way.
I'm going to have to mute some of this commentary from the original track. Alright, we've got the same issue here where we're taking way too long to re-engage. Other players are fighting. Even if they're trading, they're upping their score count, and Praber is not. Now here, this moment here could have gone so differently. Let's just watch and see what happens, and then we'll talk about it. We've got an arc blade, slice and dicing. We actually had another guy on our right, and that was the arc blader. So what happened here is this arc blader just got 2 kills, 3 kills counting Praber. And what would have happened here if he would have gone in knowing that he had his super ready to go? He just right there heard that there was a super, so if he would have jumped up and boom, right here, he would have gotten that double kill on the Nova Bomb, and then he could have dealt with the third guy through that door, and he possibly could have gotten all 3 of those kills that instead the Blade Dancer got. So that was unfortunate. Super usage could have done a lot of work there. You also don't want to hold on to your super too long because as you're playing Warlock here, you're going to get your health back, so it's okay to use it. Oh, here we get a free AFK kill. It's okay to use your super to stay alive because that denies your opponent's points, getting your own health back, and it keeps you alive longer, so you're going to regenerate super faster. Let's get back into another engagement. We're definitely favoring this side of the map, and when you're playing Rumbles, knowing where the spawns are is important. Bit of a struggle getting that kill there, but that was just comes down to gunplay. He went to a spawn and found the guy that just spawned there, and that was a good play. Again, he goes back to a spawn location. That's good. We're kind of owning this side of the map right now. We're not dipping into the center B point very much. That was a nice kill. It would have been just a little bit nicer if we could have done it faster to deny that Nova kill, but not going to complain about it either way. Right here, let's back this up a little bit because I don't actually like this Nova Bomb. Yes, it stops the opponent from getting heavy, and that's important. But he's not paying attention to us at all. Not at all. So if instead we threw our Axion here and landed a few shots on him with our pulse, we actually could have saved... We could have actually saved our Nova Bomb for a better situation and still gotten the kill. It's so much about who sees who first so that you can start firing first. Like right there, that was poor gunplay, unfortunately. Praber saw the opponent first and started firing first. He should have had that engagement.
That would explain why some enemy guns feel like they hit like a truck.
This right there, the only complaint that I have is not wasting special on a free kill. Okay, here we've got a couple of people already fighting, so we should be able to pick off, get a couple of cleanup kills, except they were denied because they killed each other. Not much you can do about that luck. Using our vertical space here to come down where our opponent does not expect us, and then here rallying for the double kill. Nice double kill. Could have backed down a little bit further into those stairs to head glitch. Boom. Just a range issue there. He was ready for it. I think he even pulled the trigger just a little bit too late. Not bad there. The blink threw off that engagement. It was a good blink from the opponent. Had he stayed on the ground, Praber probably just would have ended him with the pulse. We're watching our radar. We've got a fella here on the left. We take care of him well. That's good. The biggest issue right now is we only have 6 rounds in our pulse, and we're not reloading. We have all the time in the world to reload, and he's just not noticing it, which is unfortunate. Turns out, didn't really make a difference because we just get sliced to death here. If you time it right, you can a lot of times get a Blade Dancer killed if you can get the if you can be in the air and you can get a shotgun shot on them first and then get your melee to connect. A lot of times you can kill Blade Dancer, but it's really hard. I don't know how he does not die to this Nova Bomb, but frankly, he shouldn't be here at all because that Axion Bolt that hit him a long time ago, let's rewind and watch that Axion Bolt. So this engagement right here, right up on the right there, was our opponent. He throws an Axion right there. We hear it, we're running around. We should be trying to dodge it, maybe sliding underneath it, but instead we got hit by it, and that's okay, you can recover from that, but it takes out so much of our health that we need to hide and recover our health. We start by trying to avoid, and then we re-engage, and it was not the right time. Sticking to some familiar territory, pushing out probably past where we should. We knew watching our radar that the guy was coming from our left, so we probably pushed into that room too far and should have turned around to deal with him. Especially when the radar goes red and then disappears, we know that our opponent is crouching. So he's not going to be moving very fast, and we can hone in on his location a little bit easier. Kind of a lucky double kill there too. It was a good use of melee, but instead of rushing for that shotgun kill, he could have used his pulse right away. He would have gotten the first cleanup kill, and then maybe he wouldn't have died because it wouldn't have been 2-on-1. Good reaction to the slider. That was a bummer. I think it was a good use of the super because it's the end of the game. We're trying to close out the game. Use that super while you got it, and it was just too bad that he got stuck right there.
It's so reminiscent.
Good that he's trying to get back in the action and close out the game. He missed a cleanup kill there, just bad spawn. I think he should have had his shotgun out right there. Instead, he had his pulse. He was able to close it out with the melee, which was a good move. Congratulations on the win. There's one other thing I'd like to critique about the gameplay. It's that when using a shotgun, I want to see more slides. Right here, we know our opponent is coming up on our left. There he is. He's crouched. That means automatically that our shotgun, if we're aimed at chest height, which is normal, we might be too high to hit him. So we could slide here and throw off our opponent's aim. We could jump, which is what Praber actually does, but unfortunately, by jumping, it brings our reticle up above our opponent's head, so we can't hit him. He jumps and he tries to shoot, but he just misses the shot. I think if he would have slid, he'd have a better chance of getting that kill. So what do you guys think? Was this helpful? Could I do anything differently to make it better? Leave a comment to let me know, and I'll see you next time.